Boo! Did I scare you? Welcome to the spooky edition of WampTV.
On this episode of WampTV, we will cover a field hockey phenom, competitive rock climbers, freshman elections, and much more.
Rock climbing? That's awesome! Let's climb into it. Turning 18 can be quite a hoot. Doing laundry, waking up on time, these are all chores 18-year-olds should be able to handle. Some of the things that come with adulthood are very different to high school students. Maggie and Luke caught up with seniors on exercising their new rights.
Hey, aren't you guys 18 too? Ooh, big day!
18, the year of official adulthood, when a lot of new rights are bestowed upon you. Some of which consist of very serious topics like gambling, voting, or even adopting a child. Some seniors think these new rights might be a little bit too much responsibility.
Well, a little bit. Well, because you just get open to a whole new door of possibilities, and why not try a few out, and sometimes you make a bad mistake. So yeah, I can see it being very too much for somebody.
Most don't even feel any different after turning 18, despite becoming legal adults in the eyes of the law.
Nah, just feel the same. Still a kid.
I haven't really felt so powerful after turning 18.
Regardless of these feelings, 18-year-old seniors do have more power. They now have the right to vote. And with the second ever Braintree mayoral elections just around the corner,
I love this town, and I want to keep this town the great town that it is.
they will have the choice to decide whether or not they want to participate in the elections.
I don't know an awful lot about the more local politics, for the mayor, so I probably wouldn't register to vote for that. But if someone were to come up to me and tell me about it, then maybe based on that I would do more research and then decide if I would actually want to vote for that candidate.
I want to vote. I feel like now I finally have a say, I'm allowed to have a say.
Some seniors are excited to vote in the local election, while others don't believe that they need to.
At 18, it's really more just a privilege. It's not really a necessity, because if you're anything like me, you don't know an awful lot about politics, but you know the general, so it depends per person.
But whether or not they're planning to vote, most 18-year-old seniors believe they are mature and ready enough to have a legitimate say in the world.
Yeah, I feel like I'm finally at the age where I can make those kind of decisions.
But yeah, I'm at the age where I feel like if I really want to vote, then I would just make that choice to research first, and because of that I think I'm mature enough to vote.
I feel a little different because I can vote now. I feel empowered.
Reporting for WampTV, this is Luke Higgins and Maggie Richards.
Our senior class has lacked a consistent student council. We've had 4 different class presidents in 4 different years. For the class of 2023, they have only had one so far. Brendan and Deering covered their first election.
On October 2nd, 2019, the class of 2023 participated in their first student elections.
They'll also be the leaders in encouraging and promoting school morale and spirit.
After the speeches, the freshman students were impressed by the candidates and how each candidate did.
It was good. I was very excited. I like the candidates.
It was pretty cool. Just great speeches from the people that wanted to run. Hopefully they all do good.
The winners of the election explained how involvement was the main reason why they wanted to run.
I just wanted to really get involved, and also at my old middle school I did student council in 7th and 8th grade, so I just thought it was something that I'd be good for.
I've always wanted to be involved with my school, and I thought that the secretary position would allow me to do so.
I wanted to be involved in my class and make sure that the students will have a great and fun and prosperous years at BHS.
I wanted to help out my school, and I felt like treasure it was a good opportunity to do that.
The winners believe that fundraising will be a key to them if they want to make a lot of money.
I just want like in my speech I said I want to make sure that like we can raise money and give everyone the chance to have the best high school experience.
Just to like fundraise and make sure that our class is running efficiently and effectively.
I plan to make a huge difference to my grade and everyone else in my school.
The class advisors think the class of 2023 has a lot to prove.
As the groups, get older, they get a little lazier, a little more reliant on what they've already done. So I think they're kind of eager to get started and make a name for themselves.
To be honest, it's still very early, so it'll take some time to really see how they're going to stick out and make a name for themselves.
The advisors also believe that the council has good plans for the future ahead.
We can definitely get started on fundraising. They seem enthusiastic about that. We'll have the spring dance with the freshmen, sophomores, and I think they're going to be really good at promoting school spirit.
I think they can accomplish great things. I think they've got a lot of good ideas for fundraising and for school spirit things that will be great.
Finally, the advisors believe that this class is hardworking and that they are looking forward to seeing what this class has to offer.
They're an enthusiastic and positive group. They're ready to hit the ground running, so I think we're going to have a great year.
I think they're doing great. I think they have a lot of energy and a lot of ideas, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know them and seeing what they have to bring to Braintree High.
The class seems ready to start raising money, and hopefully their prom won't be in the school lobby. Reporting from WampTV, this is Brendan Driscoll and Darren Damon.
Womps on 3. 1, 2, 3. Womps!
As a part-time cashier at Golfers Warehouse, balancing school and work can be more difficult for some people than others. As many workers at BHS will be sure to tell you, the balancing act of working and earning grades is not easy. Trust me, they won't hesitate to tell you. Mary and Shai caught up with some student employees caught in the balancing act.
Many students at Braintree High take on the challenge of balancing loads of work and the responsibility of a job, including senior Colleen O'Riordan.
I work at Tennessee Barbecue in Braintree. I've been working here for almost a year.
Senior Tanisha Carter, working at Shaw's in Braintree, just across the street from Colleen, expresses her feelings about taking on this challenging task.
Stressful and troubling, because I don't have a car and I can't drive, so I'm walking everywhere.
These working Braintree students share how important they think it is for high schoolers, especially seniors, to have a job.
I think that everyone should have a job in high school, once you're a certain age, just because it's nice to have your own money. You shouldn't just be living off your parents.
I want to be semi-independent and learn so when I'm out of in college or out of my mom's house, I know what I'm doing.
Upcoming events and basic needs are major reasons why students are beginning to save up their hard-earned money.
College and a car, because I need money a lot and a family struggling.
I'm actually saving up for our senior trip to Baja.
They both stress the importance of time management and how they have learned and become accustomed to the balance of school and work.
I feel like school is helping time management, because school you can get things done, say if I have study hall, classes I finish work, I can finish things. At work I can't do anything, I can't even pull out my homework or anything.
I think work teaches time management more just because school you have to do and it's more expected that you have all that balanced out. Adding a job into it, something that not everyone has to do.
Colleen and Tanisha talk about what they do to complete their schoolwork in order to remain successful in both aspects.
I can bring my homework here, which is nice, or just in study halls and stuff, or before I have to come. Some days it's kind of difficult. Today I had to be here at 3 and we get out of school at 2. By the time I get home it's 2:25 with all the traffic, so sometimes it can be stressful.
Well, I come early at work and I finish it, or I finish most of my work in school. It's okay, I don't want to go to work, but I need money for college. I can't do this, can't do that.
Reporting from WampTV, this is Shai and Mary.
On this edition of Wamp Talk, Aiden hosted Colin and Maggie to discuss all things Braintree. Let's take a look.
Braintree, Massachusetts, a place we all know and love. Hi, I'm Aiden, and on this episode of Wamp Talk, we will be discussing the hotspots of our home and what makes it so great. I'm joined by Maggie and Colin. How are we doing today, guys?
I'm doing good.
I'm feeling great.
Aiden, how are you?
I'm pretty good. That's good to hear. Let's dive right in. First question, where is the best place to get a slice of pizza from in Braintree?
I'm going to go with Rosie's. It's a good half-day spot. Best slice in town, yeah.
I'm going to go with Alpha's Pizza because it's owned by my Greek neighbor's friends.
I'm going to have to agree with Colin on this one. I'm a big Rosie's guy. I love going there after school, half days. Yeah. Just a nice cheese sauce blend. Let's see what BHS thinks.
Okay. Best slice of pizza.
Rosie's.
Pizza and Braintree.
Rosie's.
Roses.
Pizza and Braintree.
Rosie's. Of all time.
Right.
Rosie's.
He's just.
Angelina's.
Alright.
Yeah.
Best restaurant.
Easy Pie. Oh wait, they're closed. I can't eat pizza. I'm gluten free.
B-Hop probably has the best slice of pizza.
Best restaurant.
Pizzeria Regina in the mall. B-Hop. I don't like pizza.
Best restaurant. Pizza and Braintree.
Rosie's.
Pizza and Braintree.
Oh, Rosie's.
Best.
Braintree has pizza.
It's tied between Rosie's and Angelina's.
Pick one.
Angelina's.
Alpha's. Crown Pizza.
Crown Pizza.
Glad to see the majority of people liked Rosie's.
Some weird calls there.
Yeah, definitely. I feel bad for those people who don't even like pizza. That's
gross.
That's too bad. Moving on. What's the best spot in Braintree?
I'm gonna go with my best friend David's basement. It's a good place to hang out with the boys. If you haven't been there, check it out.
Yeah.
It's free on Saturdays.
Gotta try that sometime.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the tree next to my house because I like to climb it when I'm feeling sad.
I'm gonna say downstairs BHS weight room. That's where athletes are made, off seasons are won, games are won. Gotta love it. Let's see what BHS thinks about that.
Watson Splash Pad.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Sunset Beach.
Chipotle.
The skate park located right over there. Say Foot Action. It's at work, so. Ricciardi's. Best steak and cheese sub in Braintree by far.
Palmetto. My house. Palmetto. Our beautiful Sunset Lake.
Overall.
Palmetto.
Stadium turf on a Friday night.
Braintree High School. Varsity Field, 7 o'clock. Go Wamps.
Gotta love the Braintree Alumni Stadium on a Friday night. Crowds buzzing.
Amen, brother.
Great time. Great time. Final question. Getting a little more broad off the pizza slice. What's the best restaurant in Braintree?
Right when you asked this question, I knew what I was gonna say. Cielo, best Mexican restaurant in the world, maybe.
I think so. I also said Cielo's. Their Monday mariachi bands are the best.
They make the guac in front of you. It's delicious. It's an
It's
event.
That's crazy.
Their tamales.
Aiden,
I'm gonna have to go with Cheesecake Factory at the mall. The place is so good. They just got a wide variety of dishes that really hit the spot. So let's see what everyone else thinks at the school.
Qdoba. 99 restaurant.
Restaurant in Braintree.
Chili's.
I think I gotta say the 99.
Doba or Southside. Bertucci's. Maria's.
Jake and Joe's.
Jake and Joe's.
Uno's.
110 Grill.
Probably, if it's an actual restaurant, maybe Southside or else Chipotle.
Legal Seafoods.
Chateau.
Town Pizza.
Town Pizza. I never heard of that one, but got some interesting answers in there. I think we gotta let the debate keep going. Can't agree on that one, but
Of course.
so for this episode of Womp Talk That's All, I'd like to thank Maggie and Colin for joining me today.
Having us.
Thank you
Thank
for
you all
having
for
us.
tuning in.
Today was not a good day. I feel like no one understands what it's like to walk in my shoes. No one knows what it's like to feel what I feel. I feel like I have no friends. I feel like I have no one to talk to. I'm failing my classes. I can't focus. I don't think anyone can help me.
As we all know, BHS is a mainstay for competitive sports. Whether it be football, track, or cheerleading, all these take a certain skill. But there are plenty of sports off campus too. JD and Shay climbed over the Braintree line to cover a rather unorthodox activity.
Braintree High students are always up to new and unique things. But 2 students take unique to the next level. They rock climb competitively.
Hi, I'm Piper Carrillo, and I'm on the comp team.
My name is Julie. I'm on the comp team.
These 2 girls started climbing together in the same way.
My friend Anna brought me to her gym in, I think 6th grade, 6th or 7th grade. Coach Cody, actually, pressured me to join rec team.
Piper was not the only one to join the rec team. Her friend Julie also had a similar upbringing to the rocks.
I first climbed with my friend Anna, started climbing with Piper a lot, and a lot of the employees started telling me to join the rec team, which I did.
Although the rec team is good for beginners, the comp team is much more rigorous.
On comp team, we have to go to at least 1 competition per season.
These competitions are frequent, but they don't have to go to all of them.
There's one coming up at CRG Stoughton, and there's one this weekend in Maine. I don't know where it exactly is.
Although the sport has a demanding schedule, the girls are still able to hold a successful social life.
On days where I don't have practice, I use those days to hang out with people or go to after-school clubs. But on days where I do have practice, I go home straight away and get my homework done.
The comp team demands a lot of one's time and a lot of practice, but it's worth it.
I come here 3 times a week for practice, but sometimes I come here between 4 and 5 times a week.
Besides the pure enjoyment the girls get from the sport, there's also health benefits to it as well.
My favorite part about rock climbing is doing something to stay fit.
Even newcomers, with a lot of practice and determination, can climb to great heights.
I've been climbing for, I'd say, around 8 months now.
And in that short 8 months, Piper can climb like a pro. We encourage you to get out there and try new things. Reporting from WampTV, this is JD Carrillo and Shay Turpin.
On the 26th of September at approximately 1:09 p.m., Mr. Dellery came over the announcements and spoke to the students about the traffic pattern being altered due to the infamous Peterson Pool Project. Now for a quick history lesson. The Peterson Pool Project has been around since 1963 when tugboat captain August Julius Peterson left $65,000 to the town of Braintree. According to the Braintree Forum, the sum of money has grown to over $1.8 million. Since working with our state legislative delegation, the town was able to secure special legislation to enter into a public-private partnership to construct a pool and ice rink complex on the campus of Braintree High School. The completion of the project was aimed for fall of 2019. How'd that go? The plans for this project were released in 2015 by Mayor Joseph Sullivan in hopes to spark excitement in the community. However, the excitement has turned into impatience and annoyance as citizens were told a specific time frame of completion. This is the Braintree High varsity hockey team's rink. Now, as a hockey player, I can vouch that we love Joseph J. Sapustis Arena, or the Zappers we all call it, but everyone who's stepped inside the blue shell of metal soon realizes that the hockey team deserves a better place to play their home games. The rundown stands, cold locker rooms, and birds, yes, you heard me right, birds inside the arena are causes that should allow the team to have their very own sports complex. Now on to the swim team. If you didn't already know, the Braintree High School swim team has in recent years been doing their laps at Blue Hills Regional Technical School in Canton, Massachusetts. But this year, they're going to be practicing at Randolph High School, but both are a commute that nobody really wants to make to get into a pool and then have to drive home all soaking wet. As everybody knows, the Peterson Pool Project has become infamous over the last few years as many issues have come around to abruptly stop the progress. The original plan was to have a private entity build the complex on a land lease agreement, which means the contracting company hired to build the complex will be charged rent by the town each month they are on property grounds, meaning the longer they are there, the less money the town of Braintree has to spend to build this complex. Many contracting companies like to stay from land lease operations. Why? Well, you see, no one ever really knows how long they're actually going to be using the land or building the project. In short, they know that they will be paying more than what they want because they take forever. In conclusion, I think it goes to say the Peterson Pool Project isn't going to be started or finished in the near future despite the high demand by the Braintree athletes and the community. Not because of a lack of resources or funding, but because it appears the town of Braintree wants to make money off the construction of the new complex. Reporting for WampTV, this is Brad Rizzo.
She shoots, she scores! If you've been to a girls' field hockey game this fall, you've probably heard someone say that. Allison and I tracked down one of the main pieces in the girls' field hockey success so far. This year, the Braintree High School field hockey team is very close. Watching friends play on the field together is fun for the parents on the sidelines.
Yes, that was a great game. They played so well.
The parents of the players are not the only ones on the sidelines. The residents of Sunrise Senior Living try to go to as many games as they can, and when they do go, they paint a banner for the team.
They've won every single time we've come so far, so it might be good luck. Yeah.
One of the Sunrise residents played on the Braintree field hockey team in high school and has a huge appreciation for the sport.
Even in her 90s, she always talks about the friends she made on her field hockey team and how much fun it was and how competitive she was and still is.
And today's team is no different. We talked to Delia Lee and Sam Christian, this year's team captains.
Some of my teammates are my best friends, like Sam Christian, I'd be my other half, I guess, and friendship-wise.
12 seniors on the team and like getting to spend time with all of them. And then also like being on the team with Delia because like, you know, best friends.
4 years ago, Deirdre Burchell scored 50 goals, setting a record for the program. Recently, Delia Lee has broken this record.
I am so proud of her. She like scored her goal and then like she didn't really tell people, but I knew. I was very proud.
Delia may have broken the record, but the season has just started. She encourages the team to work towards their goals this season.
We can be better than the people before us, which I'm sure there'll be people better than me and better than my teammates that come through. So hopefully someone can beat my record and keep the program up in the top 10 in the state.
Looking like the best team we've had in like since all my 4 years on the team.
With such a close team this year, it is looking like they will not only do well this season, but they will also have a lot of fun playing alongside their friends. Reporting from WampTV, this is Bridget Hines and Allison Knox. That's all for this edition of WampTV. Thanks for watching. If you want more WampTV, subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/WampTVBHS.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WampTV for more behind-the-scenes coverage. And for all you casters out there, the BHS News WampCast is available on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Podcast for Braintree High School by Braintree High School comes out every other week, so be sure to keep your eyes and ears peeled. Once again, we thank you for watching this October edition of WampTV. See you next time.
Go Wamps!